stop the rain. Verses. My love will shine, 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 shine. Let's make it last. Oh, to the end of time, time, time. That is People versus Freddie LaJackson. I know. And this is Renditions Radio. Tanya Tatiana Grace McDaniel, lyrics as MC. And where were you when you heard Peebo LaBryson or Freddie LaJackson if you're nasty? I know where I was, on my way to school, hoping I could have a good day, and couldn't find my trapper keeper. Like some that got beat down even with the trapper keeper. But where's my SOS? I could ask Fusion Military Cop Horatio the Hornblower in the train. But it would be so strange if he was walking down the avenue. Strange and I like it. No, I don't. You're whack. Give me my freedom. In the land of mediums and chasing everything I do. Which brings me to the next conversation of, again, how much time do you have with your podcasts and copying my radio and trying to get attention, talking mess just to cover criminal celebrities and my criminal perpetrators? Eric Benet of Halle LaBerry, who is my cousin from my grandfather's genealogy, up to shenanigans, of course, down in Kokomo, and hell no. When did witchcraft get to be the ruler of the world? And a lawless team game made from steal, kill, destroy, because you got a bunch of greedy, evil bastards, including celebrities. They sure do need to get their head out their ass and do the right thing. And what is this fake Christianity about? Don't be pumping Christianity when you're busy up stealing, killing, and destroying. That does not make a bit of sense. Maybe we could ask old Steve Harvey and all the families that he has feuding. And don't get me wrong, Honky Tonk do it too. CMT, all the celebrities are drenched and evil. But all we could do is ask some damn Deputy Martian of Crazy Eights. I'm gonna need my $9,000 a month, my civil liberties, and my housing. Who knows what baby daddies are up to? But when you gotta feel a stiff one, uninvited, via osmosis, your enemies. Amazing. Or we could just talk about boogers in Wonderland. In Boogie Wonderland. Boogie. Boogie the Booger. Yes, I'm suing Dr. Boogie. No, he's not a doctor. He damn sure ain't no damn hairstylist either. I'm sorry, what is it that you were doing there? You were giving them a what? Not a glow up. I don't know what that was. But let me just say, here is where you start paying in sweat. I know, him and Debbie Allen are up to their eyeballs in voodoo, terrorizing the hell out of me. I know. 'Cause fame. I'm gonna live forever. I'm gonna learn how to fly. I feel it coming together. People that see me and cry. I'm gonna make it to heaven. Light up the sky like a flame. I'm gonna live forever. Baby, remember my name. Remember, remember, remember. Because I know you ain't gonna remember Boogie's name. You don't even know who he is. Boogie La Booger. I'll tell you who he is. He's my military cousins. It's late and I'm tired. Or is it early? Military cousin. I don't know why he was decorated for, being a part of New World Order, enslaving people. Amazing. Oh yeah, that did a whole article on him. He had a stupid savage tattoo on his arm. In a submarine, talking about implementing New World Order and all kinds of wickedness. Wow. Yeah, my military papa would be rolling over in his grave. Korea in World War II, a captain. So much wickedness. Okay, so Dr. Boogie is his father. He's BLM, LGBTQ, and his godfather is Russell Diddy Gate Simmons. But whatever. I know he was one of the most famous moguls of the early 80s generation. Def Jam, Def Comedy Jam, billionaire. So true. But scandials are as scandials are. And granted, tons of celebrities are scandalous as hell and will never pay their ticket on earth. Some. But that don't mean that they ain't gonna pay in the afterlife. So anyways, Boogie La Booger. And do stop pretending to love God. Did I say this already? Did I say this? Salt and pepper here. Because you ain't pushing anything right if you are stealing, killing, and destroying in the name of God. And so Boogie is chasing after my magazine, my online magazine, QT, Instagram, QT Magazine. And I'm making it into a book. It's a magazine book of all these things that I've been creating. It's a self-made magazine. And he uses my essence for his magazine and says all these wonderful things about all these celebrities and all these ideas that are the essence of me. Many of them. many of the ideas that he's using. Does tons of voodoo, trying to jack me up, along with my creepy ass community that doesn't care about humanity. Greedy and evil. And he just came up with this stuff. I've had my magazine for a while now. And since I have publishers now, I have been working on trying to get that published in another way, and also working on a handful of books right now. Endlessly, my poetry symphony book and autobiography. Slight on autobiography. Masterpiece of a Brave Litigant and The Brave Litigant. Just a few books that I am currently working on, and then my magazine. I have more than 700 documentaries. Google lies about me. They've blocked me in my documentaries because I have the DA, the DOJ, the feds, all on record. Look, A and B law. That's California. And I'm a victim of crime survivor. And I have been studying law for many years. So I know what I'm talking about. The lawless team game was made from terrorizing me and re-victimizing me because they decided to make an illegal experiment of violating me because I had been suing my community, cops that are related to media, connected to celebrities, and my abusive ex is a retired NFL Raider, Lester Hayes, and he is friends of the family of my molester, a felon child rapist, Ron Herrera, on Davis, California, Megan's Law. And he's related to cops Zuniga, Garcia, Hernandez, and no Johnny come lately. I don't know how many apple seeds you got, but you're going to have to cough up 40 million with your John Hancock. Go ahead. Get your Mavs on, because I'm going to need that check real quick. I've been working my ass off suing this county for a long time. They've blacklisted me from housing. They spy on me illegally. They all commit HUD fraud. They blacklist me from health care. And Lester and this deputy clerk is on the same lawsuit that I also have against my county, Kamala Harris, when she was VP, and Gavin screwed somebody Newsom. Maybe not at French Laundry, where he got his skivvies tidied up with some French toast, I guess. And he's besties of the corrupt Figueroas. You know what that means? Yes, that's exactly what that means. Yes, they are cops related to the Hernandez and the Ponce that are hella criminals in my community that get all of UC Davis in a bunch terrorizing the hell out of me, pretending that they're going to write my memoir in their stupid lizards lounge of a bunch of skanks. Hey, y'all getting kicked out of the Glee Club. And you don't know me, two snaps. Because I do not roll that way. But my foot does right up your ass. So you're going to want to quit real soon. Imagine that. Imagine creating all kinds of stuff and having post-trauma, stress disorder. And you're trying to focus and creating art and music and poetry and all these things. And the world decides to make a game of chasing you and calling you the room and trying to beat you instead of including you. And a game made from terrorizing me. Why they cover my rapists, and they cover my incest child fingers rapist, older sister Gina Pickett, Prince Marquise, reported on Megan's Law many years ago, and my black rapist Pierre Warner, and my abusive other ex, Brenton Autumn Sherry Denise James, that screws these cops' families that commit HUD fraud and are drug peds, who I risked my life for him for during police brutality many years ago. And now he screws their criminal families. Campbell Miller Blades, Castro Ponce Padilla, Haslip Reyes, possibly Figueroa, connected to the Ponces and the Zunigas and the Garcias. Isn't that fascinating? They all commit HUD fraud with this deputy clerk. And yet, for some reason, the cops, in cahoots with corrupt HUD, didn't put spy cameras in their relatives' bathroom or bedroom or kitchen. That is against state and federal law. Additionally, a lawsuit that I made against the NSA, NASA, the FCC, these are all global organizations, as well as the United States and celebrities in the NFL and the MLB and the ESPN and the national sports committees and celebrities and talk shows and direct TV, and of course my county and the DOJ and the DA. 215 CV 01114, where I made a documentary on YouTube, but they blocked it. And they wouldn't let me repost it to Instagram because Pacer.gov, that is a collaboration with the federal courts, said that I had been imprisoned, that I was a prisoner, and that my lawsuit was of civil rights prisoner. I have never been jailed or prisoned. And so my documentary is of the federal court verifying that I have never been in prison. But yet the Pacer.gov apparently is its own organization, but they hire a bunch of riffraff that are in cahoots with this deputy clerk. And the corruption of blacklisting me in the lawless global team game made from tormenting me because I am a lawful whistleblower and a victim of crime survivor. It would be far easier just to give me my money, don't you think? I've already made 30 civil rights lawsuits. In this previous lawsuit, Judge Chen states that they're allowed to be corrupt, malicious to the point of making grave decisions on people's lives because they are protected municipalities. And that case is 321 CV 00994. Judge Chen, San Francisco. And they switched venues to Sacramento. And after he had already admitted that they were wrong, that was worth every lawsuit that I made against the United States and a bunch of mafia was that one document that was worth everything. And yet Google collaborates with nonsense when I've already proven that I'm right with all of these documentaries. And now I have to sue Booger because he not only collaborates with celebrities to terrorize me, but with Government Revis's family member. I don't know. I was trying to think of her idiot name. Her song is called Shut Up. And that's all she says the entire song. Because I sued Robert Revis. He was the boss of this deputy clerk that makes nearly $9,000 a month and commits HUD fraud and blacklists me from HUD housing. And I'm on disability for PTSD for being a victim of crime survivor. And do you know that you can't be jailed or in prison and have paid government disability? And I have it for PTSD, post-traumatic stress disorder, for being a victim of crime survivor. And they're trying to do all kinds of whack things to me, because they want me to be all kinds of effed up. That's illegal, right? Yes, yes it is. And they need to quit. And this is Renditions Radio, and you are listening to Tanya Tatiana Grace McDaniel Lyrics MC, where I sing the soundtrack of our lives and remind you that this is a screw-ass world filled with conspiracies and scandal and corruption. Freedom is not what you ever thought it was. Sovereign liberties are a fallacy. And socialism is communism. Speaking of disability and pet, is that Hernandez? Yeah, I think so. On disability for fake depression, and her whole family tries to chase after me. I guess they want to have Muriel's or be a part of this Screwy Davis community that I've lived at since I was 9, and they all want to chase after me musically and with art and all kinds of things and poetry and try to get attention away from me. It's really amazing the lengths that they go to be corrupt, just like the rest of the world, of course. A global teen movement. Yeah. But when you are terrorizing me and committing fraud and then chasing after my talents and trying to do what I'm doing, no, you don't have the right. I'm busy up working hard, making books, and posting my symphonies with my art and my jazz and guitar and piano and such, and drums. They want to be a part of, writing things, having things syndicated and get acknowledged for this and that. What for? What for? You know what I mean? Getting the culted church communities to help them out. Absolutely berserk. You can't find something else to do with your life? Because before this game, you weren't interested in any of that. You know what I'm saying? What would they be doing if there wasn't a lawless team game made from terrorizing me? What would they be doing with their lives then? Do stop and ask yourself that question today while you're considering your peace versus a grenade in your ass. On the cusp of World War III? And do not doubt for 1 minute that World War III doesn't have anything to do with this corrupt asshole game. They have covered so many corruptors. My brother, he works for FEMA. And all sort of scandal is happening there. Yes, because my sister died in December. And no doubt from the collaboration of Vudoo Society, including from her husband's perverted Epperson family, that have the audacity to mingle up in my community and do crazy ass stuff, spy on me, violate me, and then spread lies about me. Meanwhile, covering the brothers that raped my sister Christina and her dirty ped husband, whose family, Justin Kinpo of No Karate, Miyagi, Epperson, who apparently likes to date his 10-year-old daughter and brag about it on Facebook. It is better to say FB, right? You don't want to mess with Code Face. So anyways, they all like to mess with me. It's amazing. Old Chucky's in love with corruption at FEMA. And don't get him started on Luke Bryan's Wranglers. Or the little brother, Matt, screwing his cousin Amber. Amber Parasite Wolf McDaniel. Do get your Wolfgang off my wall. Like fee, fi, fo, fum, alakazam. When you know you're wrong and don't want to do right. But hold on, Jack Evans of Mikey Cowabunga Hayes. No relation to Lester, of course, but definitely related to Jeremy Don't Suck My Pusscock Higgins. A retired jacker. Jer likes long walks and bowling and clown outfits. And talking way too much shit and covering my perpetrators. Why not just petition, dude? Oh, I'm sorry, you were too busy arresting a deputy clerk on a DUI that committed perjury and then tried to silence me for it. While the Eppersons and the Wolves and Amber and Mikey Hayes are part of the Yolo County and Paradise community, well, Mikey gets to have a 7-figure income as a surgeon and be on Megan's Law because his ex-wife screwed a teenager that they had adopted, that she was teaching in that community as a teacher. That's amazing. Oh yeah, Jer, that's your family. And he loves the Campbells. And Amber. Which reminds me of a song of the Screwballs on Weekends. Let's not forget the Paradise Crew. There's never any question. You will be mine. Be my Saturday love. Saturday love. Never on Sunday. Monday's too soon. Tuesday and Wednesday. Just won't do. But Thursday and Friday, we can begin. 'Cause Saturday love will never end. Sugar. This is Renditions Radio, and you are listening to Tanya Tatiana Grace McDaniel, Lyrics MC. You hear lots of scandal and tons of saga. And you can ask yourself, where was I when I heard that song? Because I am singing the soundtrack of our lives here at Renditions Radio. And we'll be kicking off Eclectic Radio, adding additions to Eclectic Radio, which will be a spin-off of my album Eclectic Flowers. And I will be posting that shortly. Till next time. Do view my lawsuits. 213 CV 2653 exhibits docket 50. 'Cause nobody likes an ignorant ass. Toodles.